loves, it's Brianna. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you're here because in today's video, I'm gonna be sharing with you 21 things you can declutter today. So make sure you subscribe if you're new and get ready to declutter with me. Mail is something that always seems to build up in our house. So make sure you go through and sort through what you actually need to keep and what's that junk mail that you can get rid of and declutter. And declutter that fridge, throw out any food that's old or expired, anything that you know, okay, you're definitely not going to be eating this because it is way too old. The door is like hitting the trash can here. But you get my point. Yeah, no, done. Declutter your pantry. Make sure any foods that are old or expired are tossed. And one of the things I like to do is sort of keep like things together so it looks less cluttered and more organized. Crazy for you. I still like the ocean. I can see you want this. I also really like using bins and boxes in my pantry because I feel like then that keeps everything looking a lot more uniform and organized too. I ain't playing no games, baby, you won't change. I only want you. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. Declutter your coffee mugs. I don't know about you, but I definitely have way too many and it needs a good declutter. Next place to declutter in your kitchen is underneath your kitchen sink, whether it's old cleaning supplies or things that you know you are just not using, get rid of it. Next spot to declutter, we all have one of these, your junk drawer. Clear it out. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. Declutter your shoes. I know I definitely hang on to some shoes like way longer than their expiration date. So go through your shoes, only keep the pairs that you are truly wearing and love and that are comfortable. It's what you're doing that's making me feel like I'm falling. Yeah, I'm falling in love. All right, and then here in the bathroom, first place that you can declutter is all of your toiletries. So go through your toiletries, anything that you aren't digging the scent of was a product that was a bust. Pitch it. If it's maybe something that's unopened that you're just not going to use, consider donating it. And then your makeup bag. I feel like there's always things in my makeup bag that I end up needing to declutter, whether it's like brushes that are old that I know I'm not going to use anymore, or I feel like lip liners is another really big one for me. Like I always get these different lip liners or even sometimes eyeliners and I'm like, I didn't really like the color of that. Or like lipsticks is another one. I feel like that's always where I'm like, nope, that was a bust, getting rid of it. So do a good declutter. And I always leave like empty packaging. I don't know why I do that. It's like I get the new makeup, try it and I like it and I keep the packaging in the makeup bag instead of throwing it out. Silly. So declutter your makeup bag. Have you ever seen a cuter deodorant case than this? Like, is that not so cool? It even has your like name engraved on it. I'm obsessed with this. So this is how the packaging looks when I first got my Wild deodorant, which huge thank you to Wild for sponsoring today's video. I'm obsessed. I'm like so excited to share this with you guys. So this is a reusable deodorant case. All of this packaging is 100% compostable, so like so good for the environment, but also so good for you. I don't know if this happened to anyone else, but after I had Hayden, I got these like itchy red bumps under my armpits. They were so painful, they were so irritating. And I was like, what's going on? I switched to natural deodorant a long time ago. Like, why suddenly is my skin so sensitive? So if you have sensitive skin like me too, this is going to help you so much because Wild's formula uses magnesium instead of baking soda. And not only does it work, but it like makes your skin amazing. And like their formula, it just goes on so smooth. It smells so good. And it comes in a ton of scents. So every time like, you know, you do your reorder, you can try a bunch of different scents. The two sensitive ones that they have right now though that smell amazing is this Jasmine and Mandarin Blossom. It's like so fresh and clean smelling. And then this is the Bergamot Rituals. It just smells like a spa. It smells absolutely heavenly. I'm obsessed with this, and there's tons of other case patterns too, by the way, if like leopard isn't your thing, or if you're thinking about gifting this to, you know, if it's like a guy, there's a ton of other prints too, even though I think Adam would like the leopard as well, I'm sure. But I do have a code, it's BRIE20, so you get 20% off of your first wild order. I will have it linked down in the description box below as well, but BRIE20, so you can give wild deodorant a try. And if you have any old calendars, declutter those as well. Okay, who remembers a while ago on YouTube when there was like what's in my bag videos? I'm almost positive I did at least one of those, like a what's in my bag video, or maybe like what's in my diaper bag. But here you go. Here are 2 things that you also can be decluttering with me today. Decluttering your purse. I don't know about you. I just like am always throwing like all the mom things, or we'll be out and about, and Landon, like, he loves collecting maps. So if we're anywhere where there's like a map, he's like, Mom, take this map. So I always have just like random things that I know like I'm really not going to need in my purse at all times. So declutter that, and then declutter your diaper bag. I feel like similarly, we're like, moms, it's like be extra over prepared. Like I have so many things that I think have just been like in this diaper bag that I've never even pulled out to use once when we're out and about. So this is another one that can be a great way for you just to declutter, free your mind, and, you know, not have all that extra like mental. Keep in mind as you're decluttering, not everything is necessarily trash that you're decluttering, right? Of course, there are some things like spoiled food, definitely put that in the trash. Your mail, you know, things that have like personal info on it, make sure you shred that as you're throwing it away. Also pay mind to the things that can be recycled, like old newspapers or old magazines. But then there are definitely some things like books or clothes or toys, or even some canned good items maybe that you know you're not going to use, you could donate. So definitely look into local shelters or churches or other places that are accepting donations right now. There are so many people out there that even though you might not need something that you're decluttering, they may need it, and it could be so helpful. So keep that in mind as you're going about your home doing all of this decluttering. Something else you can declutter is if your dog has any old toys, chew toys that you know, like Colleen never plays with this one. Just get rid of any of the old chew toys that they never play with. Put your rose-colored glasses on. Go through any old DVDs that you have and see if there's any that your kids or you really are never going to watch again, and you can donate these. Go through any of your kids' toys and make a pile of things you see them play with and a pile of things that they never play with. Also, anything that's broken, make sure that you toss those things too. Good sides, always pretty smiles are covering her faces. You know it is all lies. You know it is all lies. Hey. I just thought of this when I was going through the toy bin. If you have any old Halloween costumes, those are also things you can either donate or trash depending on the state. And I told you guys about Landon's maps. I even found like a ripped up Disney map in that toy bin too. And I love throw pillows as a way to decorate, but there are definitely some that I just don't use anymore. So if you have any pillows you're not using, get them, donate them. And if you have any old towels or sheets or bedding, all of those things can definitely be used at shelters. So make sure you declutter those and donate them as well. And then declutter any old books that you might have around your house. I know I had a bunch in my bedside table here that I just am not going to be reading anymore. I've already read them, I'm done with them, so I'm gonna donate these. And if you have a jewelry tree like this too, and there's any pieces that you know you haven't worn in at least a year, it's probably a good place to start decluttering that jewelry. Seriously, there's like dust on these. And then 2 more things for you to declutter: your swimsuit. So if there's any swimsuits you're like, I have not worn this swimsuit in a while, declutter it. And then similarly, any of your bras, undergarments, go through them. And if you're like, I don't know, I know especially me postpartum, there's a lot of stuff and I'm like, this isn't gonna fit, and it probably won't fit for a very long time. So I'm just gonna get rid of some of the stuff that I know isn't gonna cut it anymore. Oh my gosh, you guys. We decluttered so much in this video. I actually think we decluttered 23 things, maybe. It was either 22 or 23 things. I don't know, you can go back and count if you really want to, but it was more than 21, like I said at the beginning of this video. But either way, I hope that this gives you lots of decluttering motivation. And I feel like that was a really fast way to just go around the house. Like this took me about 2 hours to make this video. And there's like piles of stuff and bags full of stuff. And there's even more downstairs. I'll show you before I end the video. So I feel like it was a win. And like seriously, getting rid of the physical clutter helps so much with the mental clutter and just makes me feel so much more at peace. So I hope that this brings you some of that peace too as you decluttered with me today. If you'd like to see more decluttering videos on my channel, click the thumbs up so that I know. Make sure you're subscribed and your notifications are turned on so you don't miss any of my future videos. And don't forget, my pits still smell really great doing all this decluttering, so check out Wild. I'll have it linked in my description box as well, and use the code BRIE20 so you get that 20% off. And I'll see you next time. Happy decluttering. Bye, loves.